Why are you throwing garbage on the road? Why are you throwing garbage on the road?
Why am I throwing garbage?
Yes, why are you throwing plastic on the road? Please be careful. You can't just throw plastic around like that on the streets. Use a dustbin.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Nation Now. The video that you just saw, you are perhaps already too familiar with it. Yes, that was Bollywood actress Anushka Sharma's attempt to school a man for littering on the streets of Mumbai. We're going to look at this issue today here on Nation Now. Very good evening. I'm Afrida Rahman Ali. Now, this entire issue, viewers, seems to have sort of backfired on the celebrity couple. Arhan Singh, the man in question, who was pulled up by Anushka Sharma for littering, has sent the couple a legal notice for shaming him and then posting the video on social media. To discuss this entire issue, I have with me on Mirror Now this evening Stuti Ghosh, film critic, joining us from Delhi. Good evening. I have Anup George Chaudhary, former Attorney General of Madhya Pradesh, joining us from Delhi again. Very good evening to you, sir. And Sunil Pal, comedian, joining us from Jaipur. I would like to go across to Stuti first. Stuti, you are a keen observer of the film world and you deal with celebrity film stars. Now, this entire issue has now snowballed into a major controversy, and interestingly, there are people on both sides now. There are those who believe that Anushka and Virat has actually erred in shooting the video and then posting it. They should have just stopped at calling out the foul and left it at that. What is your view on this?
Right. You know, in fact, I was part of a discussion a couple of days back on your channel itself where I had said that while her intent is commendable and of course everyone agrees with her, there is a problem when you showcase a person's face, because what happens is it just looks like, sadly, a celebrity couple versus this one man.
Okay.
And you know, this message would have been far well received and we could have avoided this one-to-one battle if the face had been blurred. Now, I completely understand that nobody would have expected, because first the gentleman in question put up a Facebook post, then his mother came on social media and told Virat and Anushka how upset she is with them, and
right.
A lot of people I know would be wishing that he had actually thrown himself and not the bottle out of the car.
Yes.
But to avoid this, because this is a larger question of how you use social media. All of us move around with our phones. We can record anything and put it out there.
Right.
There is no denying the fact, not in this particular case, but in general, that you also expose that individual to unimaginable hate. And you know, I am sure that of course, I mean, he's going to take legal recourse, but we could have avoided this whole situation and discussed only about littering if only they had blurred his face, because now it
we will talk about the legality around the issue of littering and on the issue of public offence. I will bring in Mr. Anup George Chaudhary, but before that, quickly going across to Sunil Pal. Sunil Pal जी, आपका क्या मानना है इसमें कि जो स्तुति जी कह रहे हैं कि उनका अगर नियत, उनका इंटेंशन अगर सिर्फ अवेयरनेस था, पब्लिक अवेयरनेस, या सिर्फ उनको ये दिखाना था कि उन्होंने कितना गलत किया, वो इस वीडियो को सोशल मीडिया में पोस्ट नहीं करने से अच्छा था? उतने लेवल का पब्लिक शेमिंग ज़रूरी था इसमें?
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं, क्योंकि ये तो एक पब्लिसिटी स्टंट कहलाया जाएगा बिल्कुल भी। हालांकि इन लोगों को पब्लिसिटी की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन ये भी एक कह सकते कि पब्लिक अवेयरनेस की पब्लिसिटी अपनी तरफ से करने का मामला दिखाई दे रहा है। उनको ये कहना चाहिए था, क्योंकि वो तो गलत बात है, गार्बेज रोड पे नहीं डालना चाहिए, ये तो कहना चाहिए था, लेकिन उसका वीडियो बना के पोस्ट करके सामने वाले को भी बहुत ज़्यादा शर्मिंदा कर दिया। उसको भी गिल्टी फील हो रहा है, परिवार,
लेकिन उसको तो गिल्टी फील होना चाहिए सर।
मुझे ऐसा लगता है।
हम हमेशा कहते हैं कि स्वच्छ भारत अभियान जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी ने एक पहल की, उसमें हर सिटीजन की ये जिम्मेदारी है कि कोई अगर गलती करे उसको आप टोके और उसको आप समझाएं कि अपना देश अपने घर की तरह जैसे आप साफ रखते हो वैसे। द मोमेंट अ सेलिब्रिटी डज इट, वो गलत कैसे हो गए? उनको कौन सी पब्लिसिटी की जरूरत है? उनको भी हम एक सिटीजन की तरह देख सकते हैं ना, सुनील पाल जी?
नहीं, ये जो पब्लिसिटी, ये अलग पब्लिसिटी, ये इस टाइप की पब्लिसिटी की देखिए हम समाज के लिए कितना अपना काम वाम छोड़ के अपनी सब चीजें करके छोड़ के
तो
कर रहे हैं।
नजरिया है।
ये इट्स नॉट अ फिल्म पब्लिसिटी, इट्स यू नो कि क्या
नहीं, वो आपकी नजरिया है। आप कह रहे हैं, आप उनके इंटेंशन को डाउट कर रहे हैं। आप कह रहे हैं कि उनके इंटेंशन को आप डाउट कर रहे हैं कि उनका कोई पब्लिक वेलफेयर या लार्जर कॉज का इंटेंशन नहीं था, सिर्फ अपने आप के बड़प्पन दिखाने का इंटेंशन था।
तो फिर प्रॉपर वीडियो लेते ना, उसमें तो अनुष्का दिख भी नहीं रही है और पीठ दिखाई दे रही, वो भी बैकलेस है, तो फिर भी वो तो अलग गलत बात है ना। आप कुछ और दिखाने के लिए कुछ और दिखा रहे, तो फिर भी ये भी गलत है। तो
नहीं, आपकी बात मैं नहीं समझ पाई कि आपको बैकलेस से भी प्रॉब्लम है, आपको इस बात से भी प्रॉब्लम है कि कोई सेलिब्रिटी क्यों इस तरह की हरकत करे, उनको अपनी पब्लिसिटी की ज़्यादा फिक्र है। ये जो आप आर्ग्यूमेंट दे रहे हैं, मैं अनूप जॉर्ज जी से पूछना चाहूँगी, द इशू हियर इज ऑफ यूजिंग द सोशल मीडिया। नाउ टू व्हाट एक्सटेंट डू यू थिंक this is really defamatory? Because today we are also looking at the issue from Arhan Singh's point of view, who calls it defamatory, who says that the couple should not have gone to this extent and the punishment is not commensurate to his offense, the kind of public shaming that he has received.
No, I think it was rightly done. Such kind of people has to be publicly shamed. And there is no offense made out. There is no cause of action to this, whoever this gentleman is. Right. I'm sorry to be referring to him as a gentleman, but the notice what he has given is absolutely frivolous. Let him file a suit, we'll see. There is no truth is always the defense in civil suit if he feels he has been defamed. But truth is the defense. What actually happened has been posted in the media.
Yes.
So there is nothing wrong. They have not distorted the facts. They've just posted it on the media. You are littering it before the entire public. And merely because it comes on the social media, you become enraged. Why do you do such things?
Right.
And such people must be very severely dealt with. There is an example of Singapore, that if earlier Singapore was known as the dirtiest city in the world, and when they started their cleanup operation, even if somebody spat on the road,
right,
they would make the person take out his jacket and wipe that spit from the road. And
yes,
this such strict action
so we do not have a strong law. We do not even have a strong public law.
They have not done anything wrong.
We do not have a strong law, sir, against littering or against public offense.
Morally also.
Okay. And if a citizen is doing its duty,
they are legally and morally correct.
Absolutely. So is it fair for us to all the time depend on the police? We depend on the authorities. The civic body must do it. The BMC must do it. What about the citizen? Now, if the citizen takes a proactive action, his intentions are doubted, especially when it comes to a celebrity. Akashdeep Sabir, film director, joining us as well in this debate. Good evening to you, sir. Your views on what we are discussing. Are you in favor of someone like Virat and Anushka Sharma, who has taken this step, going out of the way to stop somebody who has littered on the streets?
I'm sorry, I lost the audio. Is it for me?
Yes, Mr. Akashdeep, please go ahead.
Yeah, I am completely on the side of Virat and Anushka. And I find it very strange that there are people who feel that Virat and Anushka need this kind of publicity. They are demigods, to say the least, in celebrity status in India.
नहीं, ये कहा जा रहा है कि उनका ये कोशिश है अपना बड़प्पन दिखाने की. It's not exactly they are talking about publicity.
अगर आप किसी को गंदगी करने से टोकते हो, तो इसमें आपका बड़प्पन कहाँ आया? This is just an awareness.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, most of India lacks this attitude. And I think this civic sense coming from celebrities is most welcome. I'm tired of attending debates across channels where people accuse Bollywood of not being proactive.
Yes.
And here, when a Bollywood celebrity couple who could have just kept their window rolled up and not bothered about somebody littering the country.
Yes.
And if they take a stand, this kind of an attitude, even from some people in a panel who feel that Anushka is looking for cheap publicity, is so hard to digest.
Absolutely.
I will
allow Stuti Ghosh to respond, and I would also like to add, Stuti, do you also realize that perhaps the idea of posting it on social media is only because they want to reach out to the larger masses? It's not just, pointing out one individual. There are many like Arhan Singh who does it every day. So how does the message go across? So if Virat Kohli has posted it, why can't we look at it from the perspective of a citizen who has the intention to reach out to the larger masses with a message?
Right.
Yes, go ahead.
Right. So I got disconnected, so I don't exactly know which side the debate went, but I just want to make a couple of points here. First, I am at least not the one who feels that Virat and Anushka have posted the video because they want publicity. Not at all. In fact, I don't think anybody in their sane mind today will be with Mr. Singh. But the sad fact that today we know this man by his name, the fact that his face is everywhere and he's just brazening it out and now sending a legal notice, is exactly what I was trying to say when I said that the face
one person has got shamed, one individual has got shamed for publicly littering. That is disturbing you so much.
No, but
isn't that a smaller evil considering the larger issue that we are dealing with here?
It is not.
Public littering is a massive issue in this country. Don't you agree?
Issue,
Today we are outraged with Arhan Singh getting defamed. Are we not? Don't we get outraged with the littering that goes on?
What did I say? No, but what did I say? I just want to finish. I just want to finish my point. I don't understand what I said, which says that I do not agree with them making a point and saying that people shouldn't litter. But I'm very, very sad that today that's not the topic we're discussing. I wish ideally we were sitting here and discussing the fact that why do people litter, what can be done, what are the measures that can be taken.
Sad, you are also saying his face should be blurred
between individuals.
You are also saying his face should have been blurred, his name should have been concealed, all of those issues you're raising because you're outraged with this man getting humiliated. Perhaps you have a point there. Mr. Akashdeep wants to respond. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just feel that while we criticize
I'm not outraged that this man is humiliated. I am outraged that this man is getting attention.
Right. You are saying that the issue has got digressed from the real issue.
My stand here.
I understand. I understand, Stuti. Let Mr. Akashdeep respond.
I'm not saying that I'm feeling sad.
I understand. You're saying the real point has got lost somewhere. That is what Stuti is saying. The real issue has got lost somewhere. Please respond, Mr. Akashdeep.
No. Yeah, I definitely feel that the main point has not been lost. By not concealing the names of people who were littering and those who are objecting to it, and that is being used so well on today's social media, this creates the awareness, this creates the shame, and this creates the feeling amongst others to make sure that they don't do the same because are other
Are you sure? Because tomorrow another set of celebrity will actually refrain from doing this, from what we see. I mean, who wants to be dragged into this kind of a legal battle?
Let me add.
That's the worst fear we have today.
The legal battle is so shallow that it's going to be mocked and laughed at in court. And if whatever I know of the judges, they will in fact reprimand. They will reprimand the person who's put up the case.
Right.
That his job was not
Let's hear it from a lawyer.
Judges, what is wrong with you?
Let's hear it from Mr. Anuj George. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
They are not understanding the law.
Please explain it to us.
Where is the question of judges? These gentlemen, I call him a gentleman with great distress. He has given only a legal notice. Where is the question of judges? Let a legal notice. If they file a case in the court, they can be prosecuted for malicious prosecution. You must understand one thing. There is no breach of law. There is nothing illegal in what they have done. Secondly, the law of defamation, it seems nobody knows anything about law of defamation. And merely giving a notice has no meaning.
Right.
Everybody,
at this rate, sir, the way we are always posting on social media, there are posts on Twitter, on Facebook, on WhatsApp against people, against individuals, against celebrities on a day-to-day basis. At this rate, everybody will be filing a defamatory notice against everyone else. So, you know, the legal notice perhaps would not stand the legal scrutiny is what... yes, go ahead, sir.
Afrida, there is a difference.
Can I come in here?
Filing is only of a suit. Sending of a notice has no meaning at all. and such absurd, ludicrous and flimsy, frivolous notices. They had sent dime to a dozen.
This is
to
not
everybody.
going to hold court.
In fact, I have myself upbraided people stop the car from littering. So what? I think they did the right thing.
Okay, so you believe this is the right thing to do, and you know, intimidation and threat with legal notices is not going to serve the
right
purpose.
thing to do.
And there should be more citizens doing this. There should be more citizens out there stopping their fellow citizens from littering. That ideally should have been the message, but somehow, like Stuti says, we have lost that message somewhere down the line in this ugly blame game.
Can I come in here?
I would allow you to come in again, Mr. Chaudhary. Just give me a minute. I'll bring in my other panelists. Yes, Stuti, quickly rebut, and then I go to Mr. Sunil Pal again.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes. You know, right now in my city, we have citizens who are protesting against 16,500 fully grown trees being chopped off. So not all citizens are like Mr. Singh. There are citizens who are taking proactive steps for the environment. And while there is absolutely nothing wrong in reprimanding a fellow citizen, telling them to not litter, to not, to not do anything that harms the environment, there's absolutely nothing wrong in it. And since Virat and Anushka are celebrities, even a tweet from them would have received traction. Like all they had to do was tweet it, and people would understand that.
So your problem is with the means and the method. Your problem is with the means and the method.
Into the hands of.
Okay, right. Mr. Akashdeep is asking you a question.
Yes,
go ahead. Akashdeep, go ahead.
I want to know why
should
play
we
so
even
safe?
spend our time?
Why just tweet? What is wrong in this post? What is wrong if this person was humiliated, or any such action in future is humiliated with a public post?
No, the question is whether a video was warranted. Whether a video of this person was warranted.
Makes it very obvious.
Okay.
So what?
Okay. No, those are two different points of view.
Why are we being shy about this?
Let's not trash each other.
No,
there are different points of
view. They could have blurred the face.
Yes, so there is a very strong point of view that, taking it to the extent of filming and posting the video was not necessary. He could have just, stopped at calling out the offense and left it at that.
No, everybody is going to decide how Virat and Anushka are supposed to react. Now, we are going to decide how they're going to react. What wrong have they done? They chose to put it on as a post. It's fine.
They chose to put it perhaps because they wanted to reach out to the larger masses. Since this is a recurring problem in the country, why don't we give them that benefit of doubt? And what publicity would a Virat Kohli or an Anushka Sharma require beats me. I mean, why would they be craving for publicity? Like Mr. Kiran Rijiju says,
I don't think there's anybody who thinks that they want publicity.
A union minister has said that perhaps they crave for privacy more than publicity by any stretch of imagination. Sunil Palji, आप क्या सोचते हैं ये पब्लिसिटी के लिए क्यों करेंगे? विराट और अनुष्का जो है ऑलरेडी इतने जाने माने लोग हैं, पूरे विश्व में उनका नाम है, उनको किस तरह की पब्लिसिटी की जरूरत है? उनकी नियत तो सिर्फ ये थी कि इस तरह की देश में कोई गंदगी ना फैलाए, उनको ये मैसेज वो देना चाहते थे. इसमें आपकी क्या प्रॉब्लम है आपको?
नहीं, नॉर्मली जो उनकी पब्लिसिटी है वो क्रिकेट में है, विराट साहब की, और अनुष्का जी की फिल्मों में है, गुड एक्टर, गुड प्लेयर. सोशल कॉस्ट के लिए, सोशल कॉज के लिए कुछ ना कुछ करना एक हर किसी का
नहीं, अनुष्का जी को ब्रांड एम्बेसडर बनाया गया था स्वच्छ अभियान, स्वच्छ भारत अभियान के वो ब्रांड एम्बेसडर है सुनील पाल जी. उनको स्वच्छ भारत अभियान का ब्रांड एम्बेसडर बनाया गया 2017 में.
Afrida, that says it all.
जी, तो अगर if in that capacity she is doing something, why should that be misconstrued as hunting for publicity? I don't understand this.
कोर्ट में केस अगर फाइल हुआ है अगेंस्ट टू विराट एंड अनुष्का, अगर कोर्ट में केस फाइल हुआ है तो जरूर कहीं ना कहीं इसमें वजह बनती होगी. अदरवाइज गार्बेज फेंकना तो रोड पे अच्छी बात नहीं है, लेकिन ये इसमें कुछ ना कुछ वजह होगी जिसकी वजह से केस हुआ है. और मैं तो चाहता हूँ कि जिसने केस किया है मैं उससे भी रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि आप केस वापस ले लीजिए. जिसने केस किया है,
पब्लिसिटी स्टंट तो इनका कहा जा रहा है, अरहान सिंह जी का पब्लिसिटी स्टंट कहा जा रहा है, ये कि उनको मौका मिल गया थोड़ा सा चीप पब्लिसिटी अपने लिए कमाने के लिए, ये कहा जा रहा है. यस, रिस्पॉन्ड प्लीज, रिस्पॉन्ड टू यस, गो अहेड.
हाँ, मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि वो वापस ले लीजिए. इस टाइप की चीजों को दोनों ही लोगों को लंबा नहीं करना चाहिए.
If there is anyone,
okay, one at a time. Stuti, please.
If if there is anyone who's actually doing it, yeah, if there's anyone who's actually doing this for cheap publicity, it is frankly this man who threw that bottle out, because all he had to do is say sorry and this matter would have ended. But the fact that he's constantly dragging it on just shows that he's the one who needs cheap publicity, and we shouldn't let that happen. Is my only problem.
I would like to
with people knowing his name, because why should we play into his hands? The message,
Okay, I have viewers now calling in. I would like to go across to viewers who are watching this show. Let's get in callers now. Rahul from Noida. Go ahead, Rahul. Good evening.
Yes, very good. For bringing up and highlighting
Okay, I'm afraid we have some connection issues there. Mr. Anup George Chaudhary, one small point I want to make here on what Arhan Singh says in his defense, and I would like to quote him. He says that the garbage that mistakenly went out of my luxury car, quote unquote, was way less than the garbage that came out from your mouth from your luxury car's window. This is what he says, addressing Anushka Sharma or the trashy mind of Virat Kohli to shoot and post this online for whatever gains, and he says that is some serious trash. His problem is with the language, and his problem also is with the size of the plastic that he threw. He even quotes that this was the size of my of the plastic in his defense. So, you know, this is the kind of argument that is built around, the debate in favor of Arhan Singh. And there are people actually supporting this and saying that, you know, someone like Anushka Sharma should have not used such strong language. She should not have used her celebrity status to reprimand a common citizen. It's being looked at that way, perhaps. Mr. Chaudhary, Anup George Chaudhary, please.
Farida, I'll tell you one. Yes, of course. Let me tell you one thing. That this fellow who is talks about his luxury car, there's a dime to a dozen all over. What is he trying to profess? I'm going in a luxury car. That means he wants to publicize himself. Then how does the window get wound down and suddenly the liter goes out of the window? It's ridiculous. This fellow should be ensured, he should be censured, and government must bring in a law against littering. The people should be heavily fined for littering. That's the only way we can, can ensure that there is cleanliness in this country. And again, I'm repeating, whoever they are talking about, if you depict a truth, there is nothing wrong in it. If you are so worried about the fact that you will, who knew this thing? Who knew this Mr. Singh ever existed with his luxury car? The way he talks as though he's roaming around in a Rolls Royce or what? So he wanted publicity. By giving a legal notice to a celebrity, his name gets publicized. Not the other way around. So who's wanted publicity?
That clearly is happening from what we can see. Let me just bring in my caller once again. Rahul from Noida. Yes, go ahead, Rahul.
Yes. So thank you again for having me.
Yes, sure.
Well, first of all, there are two sides to it. I truly appreciate Virat and Anushka trying to, promote cleanliness and all. But it's just lack of common sense, because these days we have a lot of mob justice going on where people just kill people around. What I would have felt was if she just filed a case, all right, and got a police complaint filed and let the print media write about it, this guy would have had no publicity, neither would have she been in the wrong.
So you are saying...
And you would have cleaned it up easily. And
you're saying there was another way of doing it.
Nonsense is he talking?
No, he's saying there's another way of doing it. Okay, that's a viewer point of view. Let's respect the viewpoint. I also have another caller coming in at this point. Karan from Bangalore. Go ahead, Karan.
Yeah, hi. See, my point is that, what Anushka and Virat did is also not right. They shouldn't have taken a video of this individual and posted it on the social media, because obviously they are disturbing the privacy of an individual. That is not right, because I'm calling from Bangalore and I see a lot of trash around, and I've seen even I've seen people. Hello.
Yes.
And I've seen people throwing trash from their cars and all that. This goes on.
So somebody has to begin somewhere. That's the issue.
To begin, but this is the way they did. Especially coming from public figures like Anushka.
So your problem is public figures should not do it, celebrities should not do it. So you would have thought differently if it was a common citizen. Anyway, thanks for joining us, Mr. Karan. Mr. Akashdeep wanted to come in for a long time. Go ahead, I'll come to you, Mr. Chaudhary.
Yeah, Fida, I'm a little perplexed at the kind of reactions that people are giving. Somewhere in India, we've lost our sensibilities or what? I mean, how can people actually feel that the video should not have been posted because it shames the person who littered? I mean, that is exactly the point. If tomorrow I am caught littering and my video goes up, at that point, either I apologize and swear never to do it again.
Right.
If I act defiant with the person filming me, it is at my peril. I mean, I did it. I have no right to later on say, why did you shame me? I did an act that deserved to be shamed.
Absolutely. But you know, Akashdeep, there are equally as many number of people on the other side who think that he has been punished, slammed way beyond what he deserved. Yes, he littered, but he has been humiliated.
He is one amongst all of us.
I know what you're saying.
He's one amongst all of us. I'm not talking about him in particular.
Okay.
But if a brand ambassador for cleanliness does something like this, we must support it.
Okay.
Because littering is a problem in India. It's a massive problem.
And now let's also focus on the point that the governments, the authorities have a responsibility, because we don't have a strong law here. There is, so if the citizen today can actually stop a person from committing a public offense, but when there is no law, then you know the entire thing falls flat and we end up debating like this on whether he did the right thing or not. Mr. Chaudhary, do you think that the need of the hour really is to have a strong law? States like Meghalaya and Goa, I'm told, have very strong laws against public littering, but most of the states don't have it. There is no strong central law enacted nationwide to prevent littering and punish offenders. Isn't that an issue that needs to be focused on?
That issue needs to be addressed. You see, the question is that there must be a provision for very heavy fine for littering. You are really spoiling the environment. And all these fellows who are talking about privacy and all that, you are doing something in an open public road, not in the confines of your own house. Where is the question of privacy?
Yes, well said.
Privacy doesn't come into the picture at all.
Right.
Yeah, where is privacy?
The
you are
other issue
littering
people are
in
raising
open
is
public.
that they are using their celebrity status to talk down to another citizen. That seems to be the sense I get.
Why not?
From
Why
certain,
not should they use
callers.
their celebrity status?
Okay.
If they have a celebrity status, they must use that status. Otherwise, there is no point in their being a brand ambassador.
Right.
Sorry.
And Bollywood is always
the other way and go away,
not using the status.
People like Mr. Singh, who try to say that I am traveling in my luxury car. What luxury car are you talking about? Then don't litter. You're behaving in such a fashion, and then you say that I am traveling in a luxury car. Ridiculous.
Okay, Gajendra Chauhan, former director of FTII, joining me from our Bangalore studio. Good evening to you, Mr. Chauhan. Now, this entire issue has snowballed into a major controversy also because the litterer in this case has now decided to serve a legal notice. One point of view, of course, is that he's the one hunting for publicity, and the other point of view is that he does have a point, since he has been publicly humiliated for something that he didn't deserve to. What's your view on this?
See, the cleanliness is a subject of self-realization, self-responsibility. Now, I appreciate and admire Anushka and Virat Kohli, what they have done basically. It is the duty of every citizen to bring out such cases in open, you know. I don't know the legality because I don't belong to the legal department, but still I say nothing great is going to happen with this. And I think the gentleman is looking out for publicity because two big icons of this country are involved in this.
But sir, it's being said that his face should have been blurred and his name should have been concealed. What is being said against Virat and Anushka is that they didn't have to expose his name or his face. They could have spread the message equally as well by not exposing his name. That's the view coming out. I just wanted your response.
Why not? Somebody.
Okay.
Why not? Somebody is doing a. See, it is his responsibility to have help in the cleanliness. The government is doing such a big job. The state governments are doing such big jobs. Swachh Bharat, Swasth Bharat, you know.
Yes.
See, everybody is helping out. Why not his duty also to help in this project?
So you're saying the naming and the shaming is also necessary, not just to stop a person from committing a public offense, but also to name him and shame him in social media. So, Stuti, would you respond to that?
you know, like I've been saying,
I couldn't get
sadly, the incident
volume
happened,
so
the
low.
video was put up, we are all discussing this, and yet that piece of plastic, I'm sure, is still lying on the road. So what happens is we kind of get distracted from the real issue. Nobody is doubting Anushka and Virat's intentions in this matter. In fact, why them? Every citizen, whether you're a celebrity or not, you have the right and the duty to correct a fellow citizen if they do something like this.
Right.
But there can absolutely be points of view about how you want to do it. Like with this case, we've realized that naming and shaming always doesn't work. Sometimes you have sensible people who admit to their mistakes and start behaving properly, or you have attention hungry people like Mr. Singh who just keep dragging it on, which is a headache for everyone. So what we should be focusing is on that bottle which is probably still lying on the road. That nobody is discussing.
You are saying
and
that
we are just going
what
on
should
about
have
this
actually
Mr.
been
Singh,
an awareness
who is a
campaign.
small man with a big ego.
Yeah, what should have ideally been an awareness campaign has taken a very different turn. सुनील पाल जी, आप क्या अभी भी मानते हैं कि इनका इरादा जो है पब्लिक एक मैसेज देने की नहीं थी, उनका इरादा कुछ और है, ऐसा आपका मानना है?
हाँ, जिस तरह से मुझे लगता है कि वीडियो रिकॉर्ड किया गया है, अगर इनको पब्लिसिटी के लिए नहीं करना था तो प्रॉपर वीडियो रिकॉर्ड करते, इसमें अनुष्का जी की सूरत कम से कम दिखती, क्योंकि अनुष्का जी बहुत अच्छी एक्ट्रेस है, बहुत बार कभी वो भी गड़बड़ कर जाती है। पिछली बार उन्होंने, इनमें से किसी को भी शायद पता नहीं होगा कि मोहम्मद रफ़ी साहब के लिए उन्होंने कमेंट किया था कि हमेशा वो रोने वाले ही गाने गाते हैं, जबकि म्यूजिक वर्ल्ड में उनसे ज़्यादा वैरायटी, उनसे ज़्यादा अच्छे गाने, देशभक्ति का गाना हो,
रोमांस का गाना हो,
आप
पॉइंट पे रहिए, आप पॉइंट पे रहिए, मेरे डिबेट को आप दूसरे इश्यूज में मत लटकाइए।
आप कुछ और है, ये कह रहा हूं कि गलती
कुछ और है, कहां से गाना आगे
किसी से भी हो सकती है, गलती किसी से भी हो सकती है।
नहीं, गलती किसी की भी हो सकती है। इस तरह की गलती जो है उनको एक्सपोज करने की एक जरूरत है इस देश में। हम ये मानते हैं कि इस तरह की गलतियां जो है उसको एक्सपोज करने की जरूरत आ चुकी है अभी।
मैं एक मुद्दे को सामने इसलिए रख रहा हूं, कि गलती किसी से भी हो सकती है, उसको इस तरह से रिकॉर्ड करके पब्लिकली, मतलब हो सकता है उसने फर्स्ट टाइम फेंका हो, तो उसको मुझे लगता है कि इस तरह से सोशल मीडिया पे डालकर टॉर्चर नहीं करना चाहिए।
नहीं तो हम मैसेज कैसे देंगे लोगों को? मैसेज लोगों तक कैसे पहुंचाया जाए कि ये कितना गलत है? अगर जब तक आप उनको शर्मिंदा नहीं करेंगे, लोगों को ये मैसेज कैसे पहुंचाएंगे कि ये बहुत ही गलत है? आकाशदीप, would you like to rebut?
Yeah, I am again amazed that ये शायद इसने पहली बार फेंका हो and all that। तो हमारे देश में तो 150 करोड़ लोग रहते हैं सुनील भाई, तो 150 करोड़ टुकड़े कचरे के फेंकना अलाउड होना चाहिए, क्योंकि हर आदमी पहली बार फेंक रहा है। ये क्या तरीका है? हमारे देश के बारे में किसी को परवाह है या नहीं?
बिल्कुल सही बात।
अच्छा हुआ उस बहाने प्लास्टिक बैन ही हो गया, अब तो प्लास्टिक बैन हो गए, अब तो टेंशन ही खत्म हो गया। अब तो
बैन तो हो गया, लेकिन लिटर करने से अभी भी लोग लिटरिंग करते हैं।
1 मिनट अफ्रीदा,
यस गो अहेड।
आई जस्ट वांट टू, सुनील भाई, हमारे बॉलीवुड के हिस्सेदार आप भी हैं, गजेंद्र भाई हैं, और हमें हमेशा कहा जाता है कि बॉलीवुड इन चीजों से दूर भागती है और कोई भी सोशल मुद्दे पे आगे नहीं आती। यहाँ हमारे सेलिब्रिटी आगे आ रहे हैं और हम उनको भी ये सोच के कहेंगे कि नहीं, इनका मोटिव कुछ और था, पब्लिसिटी चाहिए था। एक राह चलते आदमी को सफाई सिखाने से अनुष्का को क्या पब्लिसिटी मिल जाएगी? वो इतनी ऊंची कोटि की एक्ट्रेस है, उसका हस्बैंड हिंदुस्तान का सबसे बड़ा क्रिकेटर है, वर्ल्ड का चहीता है। आपको लगता है कि इस तरह की लिटरिंग को सोशल मीडिया पे डाल के वो अपनी फैन फॉलोइंग बढ़ा रही है?
वो क्षेत्र में
क्यों उस क्षेत्र में रहे? सुनील पाल जी, ये आप डिसाइड करेंगे कौन क्या क्षेत्र में रहेंगे, ये आप डिसाइड करेंगे।
अरे सुनील पाल जो है ना,
आई एम सॉरी, यू आर नॉट मेकिंग सेंस एट दिस पॉइंट।
हर इंसान को कंट्रीब्यूट करना पड़ता है, कोई स्पेशल 6 आदमी थोड़ी डेजिग्नेटेड है। आप में हर आदमी को सफाई का सरमायादार बनना पड़ता है। ये कोई 4 या 6 अफसरों का काम थोड़ी है।
Mr. Anup Chaudhary, yes, Mr. Anup Chaudhary, you were talking about certain provisions in the Constitution. Please enlighten us with that.
ये जो मैं अभी हिंदी में बोलता हूँ जी, मैं हिंदी में कहता हूँ क्योंकि सुनील पाल जी को शायद कुछ समझ में आ जाए।
जी, go ahead.
इन्होंने संविधान की अनुच्छेद 48
हिंदी में बोलिए, प्लीज बोलिए।
भारत का जो संविधान है उसकी अनुच्छेद यानी आर्टिकल 48 में लिखा है कि एनवायरनमेंट को प्रोटेक्ट करने हर एक सिटीजन का दायित्व है। और ये प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट है। इसलिए श्रीमान जी सुनील पाल सिंह जी, ये आप अपने दायित्व कोई नहीं समझ रहे हैं, ना आपने संविधान पढ़ा है, ना आपको अनुच्छेद से कोई ताल्लुक है। आप क्योंकि अनुष्का एक अच्छी एक्ट्रेस है और उनके हस्बैंड बहुत बड़े क्रिकेटर हैं, इसलिए सारे लोग उनके पीछे पड़े। हम लोग भी इस बात का दायित्व नहीं निभाते हैं अपना। हर एक नागरिक को अपना दायित्व निभाना चाहिए इस ओर
जी। So taking your point forward,
मैं तो बड़ा गर्वान्वित हूँ इस बात से।
Right. So you are actually congratulating Virat and Anushka. Yes, I understand. You are proud of them, and perhaps there is reason to be proud of them.
Yes,
okay, but there are people who are questioning the means and the method. Let's also respect that view. My question to you, Mr. Chaudhary, is that the Ministry of Environment and Forests has now decided to introduce an environmental law amendments bill to add violations like littering and throwing waste. So far, we do not have that amendment. So, in a situation like this, ideally, if we had a law, Anushka and Virat would have reported it to the police, there would have been penalties. But since we do not have a law, I am reiterating that point, that today the reason why we are caught in this tangle of discussing various viewpoints is because we don't have a law to quote and say, this is the law that you have violated. Mr. Chaudhary, at this stage, can there be some urgency brought in? Can there be certain urgency brought in into this matter?
If there was a law, supposing there was a law, this fellow, I don't call him a gentleman, he was found littering, they would have made a complaint in the police, that matter would have been reported in the newspapers, then this gentleman's privacy would not have gone. Of course. Then what would he have said? I'll give notice to all the newspapers, to all the police station, everything, that my privacy has been interfered. My gentleman, you litter in your own house, so that nobody sees you littering. So then you can.
But you know, there are also lawyers of repute, like there are lawyers, there are political leaders. I was reading Mr. Sanjay Jha of the Congress Party actually saying, and I quote him verbatim, celebrities don't need to promote themselves when supposedly attempting a good thing. How much publicity do you want, guys? This is a senior leader of a political party also questioning Virat and Anushka. So, you know, we are not taking any names here. We're just saying that there are a lot of people who are questioning the couple.
I would like to know the name of this leader of the party. And if he is from the Congress, then I think I will shame him in the party.
No, there are these, yes.
This fellow who was given that, saying that he...
No, there are also lawyers like Mr. Sanjay Hegde who has said that public humiliation is not something that is acceptable. There are other lawyers who also say that. So, you know, since we don't have them with us on the show, we cannot perhaps question this. But I would like to bring in Mr. Gajendra Chauhan once again. Mr. Chauhan, are celebrities unfairly targeted when they take up, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't? Is that what's happening here with Virat and Anushka?
See, first of all, you are a citizen of the country. It is your moral duty to see the things around you. And I think Anushka and Virat Kohli has done a great job by doing this thing. And I congratulate them. And it is not only their duty, it is everybody, every citizen's duty to look after, to look around your atmosphere, to look around your ambience. This is my road, this is my state, this is my country. This thing has to get into us, first of all. Then only we can do the better things for the country. See, whereas, you know, this gentleman, I am sure, the one who we can see in the car, who's been, you know, blamed for the littering, he is looking out for publicity.
Right.
And the people who, the Congress leader, and they are making statements, उन्होंने एक रास्ता चुन लिया है कि एक और publicity का रास्ता, चलो, put yourself into that controversy and get publicity out of it.
I'll just take final comments.
Mr. Chaudhary has said correctly, if you are the boss of that particular party, you should throw such leaders out of the party.
All right, I'll just allow everyone to come in with their final comments. Go ahead, Akash Deepji, you were saying something.
I feel we have neglected the cleanliness debate in India for fairly long.
Okay.
And India is a filthy country. I'm ashamed to say it because I'm a citizen of this country. And I'm proud when celebrities take up this issue so boldly. And I would like to take this opportunity to denounce what Mr. Sanjay Jha has said as something absolutely deplorable coming from a person of such a high standing. And just like we do not like people littering and they are being ridiculed, I think Sanjay Jha saying how much more publicity
we are not bringing in
is taking
a
it into
particular
a total
individual.
wrong spin.
We want to keep it, let's focus on the larger issue. Okay, go ahead. I would like to also hear Stuti on this. Your final comments.
Let's go hard on cleanliness. Let's go hard on cleanliness is the last point.
Point taken.
Yes, yes. I think now what has happened is, like you said, we don't want to take names. We want to keep it, focus on the larger issue. So now when you have these stray statements by even political leaders of parties saying that they're doing this for publicity, I think politics is being played. It is really sad. Anushka and Virat's intentions, I absolutely do not doubt. I don't think they need any more publicity. They're already very, very popular.
Okay.
I wish that this man had just learned to say sorry and not expect the world to massage his ego. But we must understand that there are ways you can do this, because now with your mobile phone, it's another world. Social media becomes another world. And there, not just about this video, but generally how you put your point across is very, very important.
Okay.
Anushka could have said, explain things to him to his face, or chosen to blur it.
Okay.
So there are various points of view, but I really hope that we focus on the real issue, which is littering.
I will allow my remaining panelists to come out with their final comments, but one caller I want to take in before we wind up. Subramaniam from Coimbatore. Go ahead, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Madam. Now we are discussing about Anushka Sharma doing something wrong.
Yes.
I just want to ask all panelists whether if a mob is hitting a person, somebody is taking a video and posting it in YouTube or WhatsApp or some other thing. Are you going to say that the man is doing wrong?
Right.
Are you saying that man is wrong? Anushka Sharma has done the correct thing. If I and you go and take a video and post, nobody will be seeing that video.
Okay.
Now, what the topic should be? Why the man who has thrown the garbage in the roads should not be shamed?
Okay. That is a point that our panelists have also raised. Thank you for pointing that out once again. Thanks for joining us. Okay, final comments. Mr. Chaudhary, go ahead.
The final comment is that I'm very glad that the government has thought of bringing in some law which prevents littering.
Okay.
But then the person in politics, you talk about Sanjay Jha, the spokesperson of the Congress party came out with that comment. I tell you, I am in the Congress party for more number of years than what his age is. And I am an office bearer of the Congress party. And I am really ashamed that Sanjay Jha should come out with such a comment.
Well, that is a post he made on Twitter, which I read out, and we don't have the man to defend himself, so let's not continue to focus on that. Okay, final comment, Sunil Palji.
No, that's all right. What I say is, instead of feeling proud of these two youngsters who have gone out of their way to ensure that this thing is publicized, what was their intention? Their intention was, I am sure the intention was only bona fide, and the intention was that if we publicize this, maybe gentlemen like this or otherwise, they would desist from littering. That could be the only intention.
Well,
and I think it is not. It should be praised. They should be really.
Ji. Sunil Palji.
मैं उस जेंटलमैन से रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगा जिन्होंने बोतल फेंकी है और गार्बेज फेंका है कि आप इस इश्यू को ज़्यादा बड़ा ना बनाएं। जो भी केस किया आपने वापस ले लीजिए, क्योंकि मैं एक बात तो मानता हूं कि गलती चाहे जिससे भी हो, जैसी भी हो, पब्लिसिटी बहाना नहीं होना चाहिए। हम पूरे पब्लिक को ध्यान रखना चाहिए, सिटी का ख्याल रखना चाहिए। हमें पब्लिक को सिटी का ख्याल रखना चाहिए, पब्लिसिटी का ख्याल नहीं रखना चाहिए। और बाकी मुझे लगता है कि इस मुद्दे को ज़्यादा बड़ा ना करते हुए शॉर्ट में ख़त्म कर देना चाहिए और एक सबक रहना चाहिए कि सबसे पहले सफाई होनी चाहिए, बट ये है कि सॉफ्ट तरीके से होना चाहिए, इसका विवाद नहीं बनना चाहिए। दैट्स ऑल।
विवाद नहीं बनना चाहिए। Gajendra Chauhan, I would like to give you the last word if you can share your comments on what you think on this debate.
See, Yeah, instead of looking at this case from the law point of view, I would request one should look at this morally. What is our moral duty towards our city, towards our country?
Right.
And in this case, I think the gentleman should go and apologize to Anushka and Virat.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Stuti Ghosh, Anup George Chaudhary, Gajendra Chauhan, Sunil Pal and Akashdeep Sabir. Thanks very much for sharing your views with us. Well, there is broader consensus on one thing at least, that cleanliness should be the focus. There must be awareness against public littering, and those who litter, they must be made to pay for it. But then there is difference of opinion on how they should be made to pay for it and whether it's fair to expose them online. Thanks for watching.